私が殺したんだわ。
Okay, testing audio, testing movement. Testing audio again. All good. Okay, great. Let's get started. Hello everyone, this is Gundam Ace, and I'm here with my streaming of EVE New Generation. Last time we left off, Kojiro woke up on the island, Okishi Island, which is where the Kizekis live, and he was let out of from where he was tied up by someone turned out to be Hatsumi Kizeki. And then afterwards he explored the island, where he found several very strange things about it. First of all, even though it's supposed to be April 13th, everyone claims it's April 7th, with one island even saying this place is in a unique distortion of space-time. Second, a bunch of the islanders seem to have special powers, like precognition and so on. And, yeah, that's basically the main two things. Well, there's also the fact that, Devra Pharmaceuticals laboratory, which is supposedly on the island, there's only have one working room in there, while the rest is like an abandoned ruin. But yeah, anyway, in order to find the Kizeki's house, Kojiro was sent on a very long and very Japanese word puzzle riddle, where eventually he figured it out and met up with Hatsumi again at the lighthouse, and she began to take him to her house. Upon which point that they went through the forest and they finally arrived at the house where the stream ended last time. Oh yeah, and from what Kojiro found out, Marina's apparently on the island as well somewhere, though he hasn't seen her yet. Yeah, and oh yeah, also today's probably going to be a little bit of a longer stream than usual because we have a lot of ground to cover, so we'll see how it goes, but yeah. Yeah, no, we're not at the wrap-up point yet. I'd say we're about slightly under 2/3 into the game right now. So let's get started. Is this your house?
ご覧の通りのボロ屋です。
Yes, though it's run down as you can see.
雨風をしのぐのがやっとというありさまで。
The elements have had their way over the years.
さあどうぞお入りください。
Now please, come on in. Hatsumi opens the door and beckons me into the house. I pass through and step inside. There's a living room right in front of the front door. Hatsumi walks over to the kitchen without taking off her shoes. Guess that means she doesn't care if we get the floors dirty. It's a Western-style room overall. Sofa, table, sideboard, bookcase. All of them are antiques. Everything looks orderly. Not a speck of dust to be found anywhere, despite how old the floorboards are. has a certain sense of refine to it, like the outside. There's one other thing wafting in the floor. Wafting in the room. It's a smell. The smell of lavender. I've smelled the exact same scent somewhere else before. Is someone here? Hatsumi still isn't back yet. I turn towards the kitchen and speak from there. All I hear is her voice come back.
どうしてですか?
What makes you think of that? The smell. It smells like someone's been here.
鼻がいいんですね。
You have a good nose. Well, I am a detective.
ええ。つい先ほどまでいらっしゃいましたよ。
Yes, they were here until just a little while ago.
と言っても、1時間ぐらい前になるでしょうか。
Though I suppose that was about an hour ago.
彼女にお引き取りいただいてから、私は東大に。
I headed straight for the lighthouse after I finished up with her. Are you talking about Effie?
いいえ。北条さんですよ。
No, Miss Hojo. Hojo was here?
おや、ご存知なかったのですか?
Oh, were you not aware? Oh yeah, that's right. Oh wait, yeah, no. I already said that.
北条さんもこの岸島にいらっしゃってるんですよ。
Miss Hojo is also on this island. Does Hojo smell? If so. I had a feeling that Hojo was on this island. Considering that the innkeeper talked about a pink woman. So that's not what I'm surprised about. It's the smell of lavender. If the one responsible for this smell is Hojo, then as I'm thinking, Hatsumi returns from the kitchen, carrying a tray. There are 2 glasses on it. There's probably iced tea in there. Transparent ice cubes, sprinkle within the reddish liquid.
どうぞおかけになってください。
Please, have a seat. Hatsumi puts the glass down on the table and sits on the sofa. I sit across from her. Just then, 2 dogs appear in the room. They don't bark or sniff or anything. They just walk. The 2 climb up onto the sofa next to Hatsumi. Judging from the natural way they're acting, they must take up that position all the time. They're making themselves at home as if it's just another day. Seems they don't even paying any attention to an outsider like me.
ここまで来るのに、ずいぶん時間がかかってしまいましたね。
It took quite some time to get here, didn't it?
足が遅いものですみません。
I apologize for being so slow.
今何時でしょうか?
What time is it right now? I check my watch. 2:30 p.m.
昼食はもう?
Have you had breakfast yet? No, not yet.
もしよろしければご用意して差し上げましょうか?
Would you like some? I don't have that kind of time. You know that, don't you? I got a shit ton of things I want to ask.
でしょうね。
I figure as much.
どうぞ何なりとお尋ねになってください。
Please, ask away. Natsumi is acting completely natural, displaying not the single hint of fear or fear or anxiety. What does she mean, ask anything, when I'm the one who's cornering her? What's she planning? I can't help but be cautious. However, even so, that doesn't mean I just can't ask. Sorry. However, even so, that doesn't mean I just can't not ask anything. I decided to lay down all the questions I have had so far. All right. First things first. Why did you help me? You should have known that I was tied up in the infirmary in that abandoned school.
ええ、知っていました。
Yes, I knew. Did you hear about from Effie?
いいえ、違います。
No, I did not. Then from who?
誰からも聞いてはいません。
From no one.
あなたがこの島に来ることは前から知っていました。
I've known for a while that you would come to this island.
おそらく信じてはいただけないと思いますが、私には特殊な能力があるのです。
You probably will not believe me, but I have a special power.
プレコグニション、予知能力。
Precognition.
私は未来のビジョンを見ることができるのです。
I can see visions of the future. Wow. Precognition, huh? Man, I wish I had that. Mind sharing at least some of it with me?
すでにお持ちになっているじゃありませんか。
Don't you already have it?
あなたは見たはずです。
You should have seen it already.
北条さんが小湊隆二を撃った現場を。
Miss Hojo shooting Ryuji Kominato, I mean. How did you know?
答えは同じです。
The answer is the same.
知っているから知っているのです。
I know because I knew. I see. Got it. In any case, what you're saying is that you knew I was coming to Okushi Islands ahead of time, right?
はい。
Yes. But this isn't exactly a small island, is it? Why'd you decide to why'd you decide on the abandoned infirmary to put me in?
ビジョンを見たからです。
Because I saw it in my vision. Alright, let me ask you this then. Who was the one who brought me over to the infirmary and tied me to the pillar?
それはわかりません。
I do not know that. Why is that?
私が見たのはあなたが保健室の柱に縛り付けられている場面。それ以降のものだからです。
Because what I saw was after you were tied up in the infirmary. Wow. That's some convenient ass power you got there.
都合の悪い能力ですよ。
Quite the opposite, actually.
自分の思い通りに制御することができないんですから。
After all, I can't control it as I please. Then why'd you lie to me back then? All that stuff you told me about just past being in the neighborhood and hearing my voice was all bullshit, right?
はい。申し訳ありません。
Yes, and I must apologize for that. I'm not asking for an apology. I just want to know why you lied.
私の見た未来がそうなっていたからです。
Because that's how it was in the future I saw. We're not getting anywhere. I thought I'd play along with all that nonsense you were spouting for a little bit, but screw it, no more. Honestly, I'm fed up with it all. Fed up with all this talk.
あなたがうんざりしようとげんなりしようと、事実は事実です。
No matter how you feel, that cannot change the truth.
私は運命のままに動いただけなのです。
I simply acted in accordance with destiny.
そしてこのことはあなた自身にも当てはまります。
And you just happen to be a part of it. What do you mean?
今ここでこうしてあなたが私と話をしていること、それ自体が答えです。
The fact that you're talking to me right here, right now, that is the answer. Sorry, are you saying that in that vision or whatever you saw this exact scene happening?
その通りです。
Precisely. No, that's wrong. You brought me to this house in your own will. And even if, for argument's sake, you did see this so-called vision of yours, you're the one who made it a reality. You can't call that precognition. Hold on a second. Sorry, you can't call that precognition. That's what we call fixing a match.
まあ、そう解釈していただいても結構です。
Sorry, putting out a match. Well, interpret it as you will.
ただし、改ざんではなく、想像と言っていただきたいですが。
Sorry, I missed that part. Sorry. Well, you're putting out a match, with a pump, or, falsifying the future. However, I prefer if I call it creating the future, not falsifying it.
いずれにせよ、同じです。
In any case, they are the same.
あなたはこれまで定められた運命に従って行動してきました。
Up until now, you've been acting in accordance with the fate that's been set in stone.
今後もそうです。
And you will continue to do so.
あなたはこれからも私の見たビジョンの通りに動いていくことになります。
You shall act in the future in accordance with the visions I've seen. Don't give me that bull crap. Kinda pissing me off to think of you underestimating me so much. I'm not gonna do as you please.
私の思い通りにはならなくとも、運命の思い通りにはなります。
Even if you do not do as I please, you shall do as destiny pleases.
見くびっているのはあなたの方です。
You're the one who's underestimating here.
あなたはまだ運命の力を知らない。
You still do not know the power of destiny.
事実これまでもビジョンの通りに全ては進行してきました。
And indeed, up until now, everything has progressed according to my vision.
あなたが島に来る前のこともそうですし、来てからもそうです。
That is to say, everything happened before you came to this island, and everything that will happen after.
何もかもが予定通り。少しの狂いもありません。
Everything is going exactly according to plan, with not even the slightest deviance.
あな
deviation.
たが島中を探索することになったのも運命がそれを求めたからです。
Your investigation into the island was also because it is what destiny desired of you.
あなたはこれからこの島である出来事を経験することになります。
You will go through certain experiences on this island after this.
ですがその前にあなたにはこの島の地理を知っていただく必要がありました。
However, before that, I need to inform you of this island's geography.
あなたは選ばれたのですよ。運命に。
You were chosen by destiny. I see, so that's how it is. You keep saying all this stuff about visions and destiny and all that, but in short, what you're basically saying is everything's done according to your plan, right? You're also the one who put all the islanders up into giving me that riddle. That way I'd have to go walk around the island and get a feel for the geography, just like you wanted.
先ほども申し上げたはずです。
I believe I already told you that.
そう解釈していただいても結構ですと。
I said you were free to interpret as you will. What are you trying to make me do?
経験です。
To experience. Experience what?
見ること。
Seeing. Seeing?
ええ、そうです。
Yes, that's right.
運命はあなたの眼差しを求めています。
Destiny desires your gaze.
人間の自我が他者の眼差しによって確立されるのと同じように。
Much like how a person's ego is established through another's gaze.
現実も観測者の見るという行為によって確定されるのです。
Likewise, reality is also established through the act of the observer looking.
あなたはこれから現実を作ることになります。
From this point onward, you shall be creating reality.
あなた自身が作るのです。
You will be creating yourself. You yourself will be creating it.
さあ、この話はもうこれぐらいでいいでしょう。
Now, why don't we leave it at that?
あなたが本当にお知りになりたいのはこんなことではないはずです。そうでしょう？
Surely this isn't what you truly want to know. Am I wrong? Hatsumi pets the dog next to her as she speaks. She acts like she's completely in control here.
何もお尋ねにならないんですか？
Do you not have any more questions?
でしたらこれで。
If so, then let's end it right here. Where's Noi? I interrupt Hatsumi.
わかりません。
I do not know.
私はあの子の行動をいちいち把握しているわけではないので。
It is not as though I know every single thing that girl is doing. Where's her house?
いいえ、
Her house? I heard that that she'd left the island. Effie and, Noi live somewhere else, right?
天城さん、そういった質問はやめていただけないですか？
Could you please stop it with those questions, Mr. Amagi?
時間の無駄です。
They are a waste of time.
あなたはあの灯台にいらっしゃったじゃありませんか。
You went to that island, did you? Went to that lighthouse, did you not? What, are you saying she lives in that, lighthouse?
まさか。
Perish the thought.
もう一度よく灯台をお調べになってください。
Please take another good look at that lighthouse.
そうすればお分かりになると思います。
I believe you shall understand if you do so.
さあ、他には？
Anything else?
他にお尋ねになりたいことはないのですか？
Any more questions? Why did you take Noi away?
連れ去る？
Take her away? Please, sorry, stop playing dumb. Even if you weren't the one who did it directly, you should have heard about it from Effie.
エフィーから？どういうことでしょう？
From Effie? Whatever do you mean? I'm saying that person who snatched Noi from the fireworks show and knocked me out with a stun gun on that cruiser was Effie.
そうなのですか？
Is that so? I said not to play dumb.
とぼけてなどおりません。
I am doing no such thing.
本当に知らないのです。
I truly do not know.
それにもしも仮にそうだとしても何か不都合なことでもあるのでしょうか？
Even if that were the case, would that be of any inconvenience to you?
エフィーはノイの母親です。
No, I don't see how that would be of any inconvenience. Effie is Noi's mother.
保護するのは当然だと思いますが、
Isn't it only? Do you not believe it's only natural for her to watch over her daughter? That's not the only reason, is it? I don't think her being her mother is enough for a reason to send people with guns everywhere.
おっしゃっている意味がよくわからないのですが、
I'm afraid I do not quite understand what you are saying. However, I'm talking about Tomoyoshi Okuma and his subordinates. Okuma said he was just obeying his organization's orders. And the only ones above Effie in that organization are you. Sorry, the only ones above Okuma in that organization are you and Effie. You two were the ones who ordered them around, weren't you?
天城さん、あなたは大隈智義という男を誤解しているようです。
Mr. Amagi, it would seem you have the wrong idea about this man named Tomoyoshi Okuma.
大隈がどんな男で何を企んでいるのか、あなたはその本性を知らない。
You have no inkling of what kind of man he is and what he is planning. So what are you getting at? Okuma did everything on his own? Is that what you're trying to say?
おそらくそうでしょう。
Most likely. Including the attack on the Bank of Japan?
はい。
Yes. And yet he was killed yesterday. Why is that?
そんなことは知りません。
I do not know.
殺したのは北条さんなのでしょう？
Was it not Hojo who killed her?
北条さんにお尋ねになってみてはいかがですか？
Why don't you try asking her instead? What you're saying is that all these incidents that happened the past few days were...
ええ、私たちとは何の関係もありません。
That's right. They had nothing to do with us. That can't be. If so, then what was that plan Effie was talking about?
それとこれとは全くの別物です。
It is completely unrelated to that.
計画自体は確かに今も動いています。
The plan itself is indeed underway right now.
しかし、その計画と殺人事件や襲撃事件とは何のつながりもありません。
However, that plan has no connection to the murders or the attack on the Bank of Japan.
もちろん、大隈がノイを連れ去ろうとしたこととも無関係です。
And naturally, that also means that Okuma's attempted kidnapping of Noi was also unrelated. Then let me ask you this. Just what is this plan? What are you guys after?
いよいよ確信をつきましたね。
And now we've finally gotten to the heart of the matter.
その質問を待っていたのですよ。
I was waiting for that question. You were waiting?
はい、そうです。
Yes, that is correct.
あなたにこの小屋に来ていただいたのはそのことをお話しするためだったのです。
The reason I brought you to this house was so we could discuss that.
あなたには計画の全貌を知っていただかなければなりません。
You must learn everything regarding the plan. Why is that?
ですから何度も申し上げているではありませんか。
How many times must you make me say it?
運命がそれを望んでいるからですよ。
It is because that is what destiny desires.
ブラーおよびデボラ製薬を設立したのが私だということはすでにご存知ですね。
You already know that I'm the one who founded Bra and Devra Pharmaceuticals, correct? If I didn't, I wouldn't be asking you all this.
ではブラーの活動目的も
Then do you mean you also know what Bra is after? I heard about it from Effie. You're trying to make humanity into one, aren't you?
少し違います。
Not exactly.
一つにするのではなく一つに戻すのです。
We're not turning them into one. We are returning them to one.
人類はもともと自我という概念を必要としない存在だったはずなのです。
Mankind was originally a species that did not require the concept of an ego.
最初はみんな一つだった。
Everyone was one at the start.
一つの意志をもとに統合された存在だった。
They were a unified organism who acted according to a single will.
ところが今はバラバラ。
But now they've all become separated.
この世にはびこるあらゆる不幸はこのことに起因するものなのです。
This is the cause for all misfortunes in this world. Hold on a second. You don't have to. You can spare me all that part. I heard about. Effie already talked my ear off about it. What I want to know is the exact specifics of the plan.
いかにして一つに戻すかですね。
Second. I mean, how exactly we plan to return everything to one, you ask? That's right.
お教えしましょう。
Allow me to enlighten you.
計画を遂行するためには2つの段階を経る必要があります。
We need to go through 2 stages in order to execute the plan.
一つは遺伝子の統合、もう一つは人格の統合です。
The first is the unification of genes. Sorry, the first is the unification of genes, while the second is the unification of personalities.
デボラ製薬が何を研究しているのかはご存知ですか？
Are you aware of what Devra Pharmaceuticals is researching? Just a little bit. I know you've made a memory erasure drug called Vectamide.
もちろんそれもあります。
There's that too, of course.
しかしそれだけではありません。
But that is not all.
クローンおよびレトロウイルスの研究も行っています。
We also research clones and retroviruses. Clones, huh? curse the echo of that word. I glare at Hatsumi. But Hatsumi isn't phased in the slightest and continues to speak without any hint of passion in her voice.
ノイとアルトがクローンであることは
Did you know that Noi and Alt are clones? Yeah, I did. But one of them is already gone. Sorry, but one of them should already be dead. Alt died in an accident a year ago.
不思議ですね。
How quaint.
どうして人は顔などというもので人格を判断するのでしょう。
Why is it that people determine personality by something so meager as faces?
亡くなったのはアルトだけではありません。
Alt is not the only one who was gone.
アルトと共にノイもこの世を去ったのです。
Noi left this world with her.
また同時に生き残っているのはアルトでもあり、ノイであるとも言えます。
And yet at the same time, you can also say that Alt was the one who survived, as was Noi.
二人は肉体を共有していました。
The two of them share the body,
今でもそうです。
and it's the same even now.
二人を分けて考えることはできません。
They are incapable of thinking separately. Who was the original?
その言い方は感心しませんね。
I do not appreciate that wording.
せめてドナーと言っていただけないですか？
Could you not have at least said donor? It's all the same either way. I'm asking who was the person that their genes originally came from.
決まってるじゃありませんか。
Is that not obvious?
ノイとアルトですよ。
Noi and Alt. Which Noi and which Alt?
私たちの子供であるノイとアルトですよ。
The Noi and Alt who are our children. I don't get what you're saying at all.
いずれお分かりになりますよ。
You shall understand in time. I see. Then I'll change the question. What made you want to try to create clones?
天城さん、この話の趣旨をお忘れですか？
Mr. Amagi, have you forgotten the topic we were discussing?
私は今、人類を一つに戻すための具体的な方法についてお話ししているのです。
I'm currently telling you about the precise method in which we shall return humanity to one.
それが理由です。
That is the reason. Remember what you said earlier? You said that the plan required 2 steps in order to be executed. One of them was the unification of genes.
ええ、
Yes. So wait, does that mean...
はい。お察しの通りです。
Yes. It's precisely as you have guessed. That can't be! That's impossible! That's literally impossible!
いいえ、不可能ではありません。
No, it is not impossible.
それを可能にしたのが、デボラ製薬の開発したレトロウイルス、VOJ なのです。
It is the retrovirus developed by Devra Pharmaceuticals, VOJ, that makes it possible.
ベクター・オブ・ジャガーノート。
Vector of Juggernaut.
まずはレトロウイルスについてご説明しましょう。
First, allow me to explain the retrovirus to you.
レトロウイルスとは RNA ウイルスの一種です。
A retrovirus is a type of RNA virus.
自身の持つ RNA の情報を逆転写酵素によって DNA に転写し、宿主の遺伝子の中に潜り込ませるという性質を持っています。
Sorry, one sec. They transcribe their own RNA information into DNA by reverse transcriptase, and then they slip it into the host genes.
つまり宿主の設計図を直接書き換えてしまうことができるということです。
In other words, it overwrites its host's blueprint. Sorry, it can overwrite its host's blueprint.
このレトロウイルスをベクター、運び屋として利用することによって現在さまざまな遺伝子治療が行われています。
By using this retrovirus as a vector, in other words, as a carrier, various gene therapies are currently being conducted.
レトロウイルスの内部に治療用の遺伝子を埋め込み、標的となる細胞内に導入する。
Therapeutic genes are embedded into retroviruses and introduced into targeted cells.
これにより DNA のエラー部分を修復するのです。
By doing so, DNA errors are corrected.
異常なコードを正常なものに書き換えるということです。
Improper code is rewritten into its proper state.
さて、それではこのレトロウイルスに DNA の全情報を書き換える能力を与えたらどうなるでしょうか。
Now then, what would happen if we were to give this retrovirus the ability to completely rewrite one's DNA? Is that what VOJ is?
はい。
Yes. Are you trying to spread that virus?
そんな効率の悪いことはしませんよ。
No, that would be highly ineffective.
第一、VOJ は空気感染しません。
Besides, VOJ is not an airborne virus in the first place.
仮に空気感染するとしても、宿主の免疫機能によって拒絶反応を起こし、たちまち淘汰されてしまうでしょう。
Even if it were airborne, the host's immune system would reject it and quickly eliminate it.
さらに拒絶反応を抑制できたとしても、やはり答えは同じです。
And if we were able to bring the rejection function under control, the answer would be the same.
一世代だけで耐えてしまうのでは意味がありません。
There would be no point to it if it died out in a single generation.
VOJ は代々子々孫々に至るまで受け継がれていかなければならない。
VOJ must be passed down from generation to generation, from parent to child over and over again.
私たちの目的は一つに戻ることなのですから。
Because it is our objective to return to one.
VOJ がターゲットにする細胞はたった一つ。未分裂の受精卵のみです。
VOJ only targets a single cell, an undivided egg cell.
このウイルスは通常は輸卵管に潜伏しており、卵子が受精した直後に活動を開始します。
virus normally lurks within the ovaries and takes effect immediately after an egg is fertilized.
受精卵の中へと潜り込み、逆転者構想によって自身の遺伝情報を埋め込むのです。
It slips its way into the fertilized egg, and using reverse transcriptase, it embeds its own information into the egg.
その遺伝情報の中には双子になるコードも書き込まれています。
Within that genetic information is a code to ensure that the fertilized egg results in twins.
受精卵は2つに分裂し、母体内でそれぞれの成長を始めるのです。
The eggs split into two and begin developed separately within the uterus.
私はつい先ほど VOJ は子々孫々に至るまで受け継がれていかなければならないと言いました。
Just now, I said that VOJ must be passed down through generations from parent to child over and over again.
さらに拒絶反応は起こさない、空気感染はしないとも。
And I also said that it causes no rejection, nor is it an airborne virus.
これらのことからわかることは何でしょう。
What is it that you can figure from these? You're saying that VOJ infects mother and child? That the newborn twins are born as VOJ carriers, and eventually they'll grow up, and then eventually they'll grow up, and they'll sleep with some man, and then their eggs will be fertilized. And then the VOJ that lurks within their ovaries will take effect right afterwards, and the process continues all over again. The host DNA is exactly the same as the part that's getting rewritten. Thus, no rejection occurs. Meaning, in the end, VOJ gets passed down from parent to child from generation after generation over and over again.
その通りです。
That is correct.
まず第一世代は一組の双子、二人の赤ん坊から始まります。
First, it all begins with the first generation, with a pair of twin babies.
やがてその子たちが成長し、子供を設けると、次に生まれてくるのは4人。
Eventually, those children will grow up, have children of their own, and then 4 will be born next.
3世代目には8人、4世代目には16人、5世代目には32人。
By the third generation, will be 8, 16 in the fourth, and 32 people in the fifth.
第 N 世代目には2の N 乗の数の赤ん坊が新たに誕生することになります。
And this pattern will just keep going on with increasing with each generation. So by the 10th generation, that would mean there'd be 1,024 of them. And by the 20th generation, there would be 1,048,576 of them. Is the DNA contained within VOJ Neu and Alt?
はい。
Yes. Are you insane?
私はそのつもりです。
I assure you, I am quite sane. At least I tried to be. One second. How is making everyone in the world Neu and Alt possibly sane?
別に狂気でも構いませんよ。
do not care if you think of it as insane.
革命は常に冷静な狂気によってもたらされるものです。
Revelation has always been brought about by composed insanity.
あるいは進化も。
That and evolution too.
種が枝分かれしていくその過程は傍から見ればとてもキーなものに映るでしょう。
Second. The process of seeds branching out may seem very strange to the uninitiated.
遺伝情報が狂っているという意味ではそれは狂気的な現象とも言えます。
In the sense that genetic information goes in the sense that genetic information will go haywire, it is indeed an insane. You can indeed call it an insane phenomenon. Listen, I don't care about all this revolution and evolution crap. What you're thinking is completely crazy. It's far too unrealistic. There's no way something like that could become reality.
そう思われますか？
Is that how it seems to you?
現実に VOJ は完成しているのに
Even though VOJ is already complete.
実験も成功し安全性も確実性も保証されているのにですか？
Even though the experiments were a success, and its safety and certainty have been assured. Yeah, that's right. Even if a million Noyenalts are born, they will each be their own individuals. Even if their DNA is the same, their personalities will differ. A person's personality is influenced by their environment as they grow up. So one Noi would be a completely different person from another Noi. So there's no way your crazy plan to make humanity into one will ever work.
天城さん、私は申し上げたではありませんか。
Were you not listening to me, Mr. Amagi?
計画は2つの段階を経る必要があると。
I said that the plan requires 2 stages.
一つは遺伝子の統合。
One is the unification of genes.
もう一つは何でした？
Now, what was the other again? Unification of personality?
私はこうも申し上げました。
I also told you the following.
ノイとアルトは肉2人を分けて考えることはできないと。
Noi and Alt share the body. They cannot think independently of each other.
今でこそ一つの肉体は滅んでしまいましたが、かつて2人は二重身体を獲得していたのです。
Though one of the bodies has been lost now, they had once acquired split bodies.
ラカンの共造段階の話はエフィから聞きましたね。
Effie told you about Lacan's mirror stage, didn't she?
私たちは2人の赤ん坊が共造段階へと至る前から2人を同一人物として育てたのです。
We raised the 2 babies as one person before they reached the mirror stage.
結果は 私たちが望んだ通りのものとなりました。
And the result was exactly as we had wanted.
ノイというたった一つの人格が二つの肉体を持つようになったのです。
A single personality known as Noi inhabited two bodies.
そしてアルトというたった一つの人格もまた二つの肉体を持つように。
And a single personality known as Alt also occupied two bodies.
片方の肉体はノイとアルトのものであり、同時にもう片方の肉体もノイとアルトのものだった。
One of the bodies was Noi and Alt's, and at the same time, the other body was also Noi and Alt's.
つまり二つの人格がそれぞれの肉体を共有していたということです。
In other words, the two personalities share their own bodies.
あの子たちはそれら二つの肉体を自由に行き来することができました。
Those two can freely go between the bodies whenever they please.
それが4人になろうと8人になろうと100万人になろうと同じことです。
That will not change even if there are 4 of them, 8 of them, or a million of them.
自我というものは架空の概念に過ぎません。
The ego is nothing more than a fictional concept.
視点取得を経る前の幼児は他者と自己との明確な区別さえつけることができない。
Toddlers who have not yet toddlers who have not yet acquired the ability to acquire a perspective cannot tell the clear difference between themselves and others.
電化現象がその恒例です。
The imputation phenomenon is a good example of that.
自分ではない別の誰かが転んだのに、あたかも自分自身が転んだかのように感じてしまう。
When someone else falls, it feels to them as though they themselves have fallen.
人間にはもともとこのような能力があるのです。
Humans always possess that ability.
いえ、こういったものこそが人間の本来あるべき姿なのです。
No, in fact, you should say that was how humanity was originally from the very start, how it's supposed to be, its ideal form.
人間の欲望とは他者の欲望である。
A person's desires are others' desires.
私は一人の他者である。
I am one other.
一つの人格が複数の肉体を持つことは現実的に可能なのです。
It is realistically possible for a single personality to obtain multiple bodies. What exactly did you do?
何をと申しますと、
Whatever do you mean by that? I'm asking exactly how you raised the two of them as one person.
それはいずれお分かりになるでしょう。
I believe you shall come to understand that in time. That shit again, huh? Well, whatever. Anyway, I got it.
そうですか。ご理解いただけたようで光栄です。
I see. I am honored to have earned your understanding. No, that's not what I meant. All I understand is how crazy you are. In order to develop VOJ, we first needed the ability to create clones, the technology to create clones. Same goes with hold on a sec. Same goes with multiple bodies as well. I don't think you can just haphazardly spread those sort of things throughout the world. You need to run experiments on both of them. And Noi and Alt were chosen to be the test subjects for that. You performed human experiments using the two of them. To you, those children were probably nothing more than prototypes, test models.
いいえ、そんなことはありません。
No, that is not true.
あの子たちは完成形でした。
Those two are the perfect models.
実験段階はすでに終了していたのです。
The experimental phase was already over.
まずは多重身体についてですが、これには別の双子を用いて実験を行いました。
First, regarding the multiple bodies issue you brought up, we experimented on this using a different set of twins.
クローン化の技術についても私たちは早くからそのノウハウを入手していました。
We also obtained the knowledge of how to create clones at an early stage.
ノイとアルトは最初のクローンというわけではないのです。
Meaning Noi and Alt were not the first clones.
その前に私たちはもう一人クローンを誕生させています。
I had another clone born before that.
最後の VOJ だけはまだ動物実験しか行っていません。
The final version of VOJ has still only gone through animal testing so far.
けれどそれでも十分でした。
But even that was enough.
人体にも適応できることは自明です。
It's clear that it will work for a human as well.
安全性も確実性も保証されているのです。
Its safety and certainty is guaranteed. Who are these other twins you're talking about?
男性です。
They were boys.
あなたの知らない人物ですからお話ししても意味がないでしょう。
You do not know of them, so it would be pointless to talk about them. And who was that one other clone you were talking about?
こちらの方はあなたがよく知っている人物です。
Now this one is a person you know quite well. I think. The first thing that comes to mind is the family register copy I saw in Yayoi's office. Noi and Alt have no father. That's only natural. The two of them are clones after all. But there was one other person who didn't have a father. You mean Effie?
そうです。
That is correct. Whose clone is she?
私の
Mine.
エフィーは私自身のクローンなのです。
Effie is a clone of me. My God. She's insane. That's the only word I can think to describe it. So one terrifying tale after another from her. Yet in spite of this, the old woman in front of me looks calm and composed as ever. If that isn't uncanny, then I don't know what is. A chill runs down my spine.
動物実験のことはお尋ねにならないのですか？
Are you not going to ask about the animal trials?
あなたは実験の成果を目にしたことがあるのですよ。
You have seen the results of that experiment for yourself, you know.
ラベイユでご覧になったはずです。
You should have seen them back at La Bayou.
3匹のビーグル犬を。
3 beagle puppies.
あの子犬たちの母親は今私の隣にいるこのビーグル犬です。
The mother of those puppies is the beagle lying next to me right now.
父親も同じく私の隣にいます。
And their father is right next to me as well.
このミニチュアシュナウザーです。
It's this miniature schnauzer.
あとは言わなくてもわかりますよね。
You can figure out the rest for yourself, can't you?
この子たちはビーグル犬です。
These puppies are beagles.
母親も同じビーグル犬です。
Their mother is also a beagle.
けれど父親はミニチュアシュナウザーなのです。
However, their father is a miniature schnauzer.
父親と母親が交配した結果生まれてきたのが 100% 純粋なビーグル犬だったということです。
Meaning that the result of breeding the mother and father together were were dogs that were 100% pure beagle.
雑種ではありません。
They're not a mixed breed.
確かに生殖行為はありました。
The act of mating did indeed occur.
ですが受精卵に宿ったのは母親の DNA だけだったのです。
However, fertilized eggs only contain their mother's DNA.
染色体が半分しかないという意味ではありません。遺伝子の構造に欠陥はないのです。
I don't mean that as in they only possess half of the DNA. Their DNA structure has no defects.
ええ、その通り。
Yes, that's right.
この子たちはクローンです。母親の。
These puppies are clones of their mother. So in other words, this beagle right in front of me is a carrier of VOJ. Meaning that no matter how many times it becomes pregnant, the puppies it'll give birth to will all have the same genes every single time. It can keep it can keep giving birth to copies of itself. If this isn't crazy, I don't know what is. You're so hopelessly deluded. You become so high off your own ideas that you can't even see the world around you anymore.
そうでしょうか。
Is that what you believe? Yes. If you establish Devra Pharmaceuticals, that means you're a scientist, right?
ええ、専攻は一応遺伝子工学です。
Yes. My specialty is in genetic engineering. Come to your senses already. Understand? Surely you must know that your morals are fatally flawed.
どういうことでしょう。
Whatever do you mean? Look, just think about it carefully, will you? Hold on a second. if a species only possesses a single set of genes, that only makes it that much more vulnerable to crises. Meaning they'll be wiped out if natural predators so much as shows up. Like, for example, some sort of virus or something like that. If there are some people who possess a resistance to the virus, and some people who don't, that at least means that the race will not be wiped out. If there is no differentiation, humanity will be wiped out in the blink of an eye. We won't be turning into one. We'll be turning into nothing. You're putting the cart before the horse.
そのようによく言われますね。
Yes, I have been told that quite often.
しかし、本当にそうでしょうか。
But is it really the truth?
人間とチンパンジーの遺伝子の差はわずか 1.23%。
The difference between a human and chimpanzee's genes are just 1.23%.
人間同士の個体間の差になると、それが 0.1% 程度になります。
And the individual differences between humans only add up to about 0.1%.
たった 0.1% の差異です。
It's a mere 0.1 difference.
その 0.1% が失われたところで、主にとっては大した違いはないでしょう。
So simply losing that 0.1% should not cause much of a difference to that race. They say the difference between a genius and an idiot is paper thin. Guess that means you're the latter. If you're a specialist in genetic engineering, you should know this, right? How many patterns are there in a human DNA? Base patterns are there in a human DNA?
約30億対です。
Roughly 3 billion. What does that make that 0.1% of that?
300万。
3 million. If you put them together, it's an astronomical number.
組み合わせはこの際関係ありません。
Combinations mean nothing at this point.
重要なのは遺伝子の全体に対して占める差異の割合です。
What is important is the ratio of differences to the totality of genes.
たった 0.1%。
A mere 0.1%.
その 0.1% の差異のために人々は争い、憎み合い、傷つけ合っているのです。
It's because of that simple 0.1% that people fight, hate each other, and hurt one another. Well, it's because of that 0.1% difference that humans can love each other. There are tall people. There are short people. There are fast people. There are smart people. There are cheerful people. There are extroverts. There are introverts. So on and so forth. There are those who are bad at talking. Those who are sensitive, naive, and emotional. No, and more sensitive than the average person. People who are fun to talk to. People who completely march to the beat of their own drum. And people who are always have their head in the clouds. There is no one in this world who doesn't have worth. In which case, then what does that mean worth is? It's difference. It's because of differentiation that we are born with worth. That is what makes humanity the species it is. Because we have differentiation. That's what humans are. That's what makes them so interesting, isn't it? I mean, yeah, if everyone in the world was the same, that would put an end to pain, suffering, and worrying, most likely. That would also mean we'd also lose joy and happiness as well. Well, how about it? Doesn't that sound boring to you? What is your real motive? Returning humanity into one is just an excuse you've made for everyone else. So cut the bull crap and tell me what you're really after. I can tell. I can tell that behind that face of yours is something something much darker in mind. Something more selfish in mind.
私からお話しすることはこれ以上何もありません。
I have nothing further to speak to you about.
お引き取りください。
Please leave. You're a selfish old lady, aren't you? You say whatever you want, then you just tell me to leave when you're done.
その方があなたのためですよ。
That is for your own sake. What?
あなたはあの子を助けたいんでしょ。
Don't you want to save that girl?
だったら急ぐことです。
Then hurry. What do you mean?
今や VOJ の移植が有効となる人物はたった一人しか残っていません。
Right now. Hold on a second. Now there's only one person left for who the VOJ transfer will be valid.
16、8、4、2。2の N 乗を遡っていけば最後にたどり着くのは
If you go back from the powers of 2, the last number you reach is
2の N
1. Which means you're planning to implant VOJ in Noi?
だから急いだ方がいいと申し上げたのです。
That's why you said it'd be better if you hurried. Damn it! I spring up and rush over to the door. Asami remains on the sofa, not budging an inch. I ask one more thing as I leave. Well, why? Why did you tell me all this?
運命が
Because destiny Enough about that shit already. I'm asking for the real reason.
今日8月7日は私と彼にとっての命日となる日です。
For me and him, today, August 7th, is a death anniversary.
もうすぐ私たちはこの世を去るでしょう。
Soon, the two of us will leave this world.
その前にどうしてもあなたに全てを知っていただきたかったのです。
I desired greatly for you to know everything before then.
遺言のようなものですよ。
Consider it a last will and testament of sorts. I say nothing more and run out of the house. Okay, let's just go straight to the lighthouse. I reach the lighthouse. Well, everything that the islander said points to this lighthouse. There must be something here, I'm sure of it. I run up to the lighthouse. I circle around it and reach the back. A metal door is right there. It's almost anticlimactic how easy I found it. Come to think of it, didn't that researcher say something? He says it's darkest under the lighthouse. I can't believe he gave me such a blatant hint like that and I didn't even notice. Damn it. They're all fucking with me. Why is there a door on the back? It's directly opposite of the door on the front. When you open the door to the front, it leads to that spiral staircase that heads upstairs. What does that mean? What does that mean for this door? What's gonna lie on the other side of it? The door is completely locked. I press and pull at it, and slide left to right, but it doesn't even budge. Next to the door is what is a panel. So it's a control panel that appears to be an electronic lock. It's not a card reader, nor is it the kind of thing where you input a password. There's a small dent in the center of the panel. A dent about the size of my thumb. Are you supposed to put something in there? On closer inspection, I see something that looks like an emblem carved into the panel's dent. It's an emblem modeled after a bee. Wait, isn't this? That's right, that ring! The ring that Noi was wearing. The emblem on that was the exact same as this emblem here. I have the ring right now. Noi gave it to me as collateral for her job. I take the ring out of my pocket and try inserting it into the dent in the panel. Size is a perfect match. I pinch the ring portion with my fingers and twist it. The door opens. The spiral staircase heads even further downstairs. I knew it. That's how it works, huh? I put the ring back in my pocket and descend the spiral staircase. Just like when I went up the lighthouse, I circled the staircase for God knows how many loops. Eventually, the steps stop. I find a door in front of me. When I open it, I find an endlessly long hallway stretching ahead of me. Hold on. It's so perfectly straight, it almost looks like it was carved out by a ruler. The fluorescent lights on the ceiling shine the path brightly. But I can't see the end. It seems to be very far away. I can only see it as a dot in the distance. I keep walking down the hallway. Maybe there isn't an end to this. I'm just gonna keep walking down this path for an eternity. Right after I start to entertain that thought, I finally see a door at the end of the hallway. It's a thick door made of metal. There's a control panel much like the one on the out in the lighthouse by this one. There's also another dent in there for me to insert the ring. I put the ring in the dent again and twist it. Afterwards, I open 3 doors, pass through 3 huts, and pass through 3 hallways. Hold on a sec. Sorry, not huts, small rooms. Some of the small rooms are equipped with nozzles that spray some kind of liquid, while others contain protective suits, gas masks, and other equipment. I can tell all the rooms are negatively pressurized. Sorry, are pressurized. Whenever I pass through a door, the air always flows in to the inside from the outside. That's all the information I need. I've already realized for what purpose this underground facility was constructed and what they use it for. This facility is probably the true research laboratory of Deborah Pharmaceuticals on Okishi Island. In the end, I reached another room. It seems to be the focal point of this facility, as there are several researchers in there. None of them can hide their surprise at the unexpected intruder. One person jumps up, another falls back in their chair, and another drops their jaw in shock. Hey guys! I know that's usually Marino's thing, but I'm borrowing it. Those are the best words to defuse an enemy's, to drop an enemy's guard. I'm just gonna go pass through here for a sec, okay? No, don't mind me. Just keep on working. Do it. Just don't mind me at all. Keep up the good work, please. I pass by the researchers and head for a room further in. Try head for a room further in. But it seems it won't be that easy. One of the researchers stands in my way. He's the man I met at the research facility on the surface.
どこに行くつもりだ
Where do you think you're going? You can figure it out for your own, can't you? There's gotta be some sort of living quarters in this facility. When I asked you about where the Kizeki house was, you said this, right? You said that you can't see it from the outside unless you have some sort of special ability. I mean, that's only natural, because the damn thing is underground. Unless you had X-ray vision or something, there's no way you could see it from the outside. You also said this. Things might be right, things might be under your nose, much closer than expected. This is directly below the facility on the surface, isn't it?
ああそうだ
Yeah, that's right.
設立当初は上の施設を使ってたらしいがな
It seems they used the facility on the surface when it was first established, though.
今はここに
But now this is the main lab. Why build one underground? No, wait, sorry, that was rude. It was rude just to ask. No, sorry, that was a stupid question. You guys are doing the sort of research that you don't want people knowing about, aren't you? So it's only natural you people are working underground secret. Now please, go on, continue your research. Your research to exterminate humanity. Time's gonna run out if you don't hurry, right?
タイムリミット
Time? That's right. You guys barely have any time left. You won't be able to research anymore soon enough.
なぜだ
Why is that? Isn't it obvious? Because I'm gonna burn down this whole goddamn facility. Tear down this goddamn facility. But rejoice, I won't be doing it right away. There's something I have to secure first before I do so.
あの子を連れて行くつもりか
Are you planning on taking her out of here? That's right.
そういうわけにはいかない
I can't let you do that. There's no way I can't let you not let me do that. So get out of my way.
無理だ
I can't. Why is that?
あの人に言われてるんだ
Because she said not to.
あの子を一歩も外に出すなと
She said not to make sure she didn't take a step out of here. Talking about Effie?
違う
No. And that hag Hatsumi, perhaps?
いいからとにかく出てってくれよ
Look, just get out of here. The other researchers gather around us. We're continuing that stupid little exchange. They're blocking off the doors further in. They're practically screaming at me. The noise right through. There's noise right in there. There are 8 researchers right in front of me. Some of them are holding weapon-like objects. One of them has a medical scalpel for dissections. While another has a burner and beaker. There's even one who's holding a gun, pistol in shaky hands. Alright, I see how it is. If that's how you want to play this, then I've got some plans of my own. I gave you 3 seconds. If you don't get out of my way in 3 seconds, I'm gonna make you infertile for life. Alright, I'll begin the countdown then. 3, 2, right before I say 1. And the 8 researchers all charge me at once. Without strange cries. Oh boy. Being up mooks isn't really my kind of thing, but so be it. Nothing personal, okay? The 8 researchers are all lying in a pile in the corner of the room. Doesn't look like they'll be moving for a while in that state. Alright then. I head for the door further in. It's a touch panel style door. When I touch it with my finger, the door swings open as I hear the sound of its hydraulics hissing. All I find in there is a room with a round dome for a ceiling. Since it's spherical, I can't tell what part of it is where the walls end and where the ceiling begins. There are pictures on the dome. Picture of a sky. Picture of a Pegasus soaring through the clouds. I look down. There are 2 small beds that are huddled close together. Stuffed animals, dolls, and toys are scattered around them. It seems it's a room for children. There are plenty of toys. The ceiling is tall. This place is wide, and the room is unbelievably bright. However, what the hell is up with this room? I can't help but mutter that. If there's one word that I can use to sum it up, it's crazy. This is underground. There's no single window here. No matter how brightly it may be illuminated, it doesn't change how creepy the place feels. Hell? As I'm looking around, I walk toward the center of the room. And when I do,
小次郎
Noi comes running over to me with a shout. Worried she might trip, I move to catch her. But Noi stops right before I do. Hey, don't scare me like that. Were you hiding?
ベッドの下に
Under the bed. You do realize I would have found you right away if that was your hiding spot, right? But
怖かったんだもん
I was scared. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's get out of here. We'll talk afterwards. Noi doesn't answer, nor does she nod. She just stares in my eyes. What's wrong?
だって
Well, what?
小次郎は私を助けに来てくれたんでしょ
You came to save me, right? Yeah, I guess you could say that.
だったら
Then,
こうもうちょっとなんかあるんじゃないの
well, don't you think it shouldn't be playing out exactly like, should be playing out a bit differently? What do you mean?
最初は言ってくれたじゃない
Remember what you said at first? What was that?
あの倉庫街で助けてくれた時のことだよ
I'm talking about back when you saved me in the in the warehouse district. Oh, you mean the time where Okuma almost took you away? When I took you out that car?
うんそう
Yeah, that's right. What did I say back then?
言った
Wait, no. Did I say something back then? You did. What did I say?
もう覚えてないならいいよ
Jeez, if you don't remember, then forget it. Nelly walks off on her own with those words. She briskly heads towards the exit. Hey, wait, Noi! Sorry, turn around and shout at her back. Noi stops and shoots and speaks up.
私はノイじゃない
I'm not Noi.
私の名前は
My name is
木崎春人
Alt Kizeki. Huh? Noi starts walking again. This makes no sense at all. But while it doesn't make any sense, I can't let Noi just go off on her own. I chase after her. After we escape the facility, Noi and I head for the school. It was Noi who chose this place. She told me that she wanted me to come with her because she had something to talk about. And thus she guided me here. It's already twilight. The sky itself is currently covered in thin clouds, looking so red like it'll burst at any second. It's almost like this island is within a mother's womb or something. It resembles the color of blood. It looks wondrous when you consider it when you consider it the source of life. It looks positively ominous when you consider it the color of death. Noi leads me into the infirmary. She spins around the center of the room. The wrinkles on her skirt stretch out, and she brushes aside her long hair and takes a deep breath. Once she's seemingly finished prepping herself, Noi turns straight to me. Why'd you take us here?
言ったでしょ。話したいことがあるから。
I told you, didn't I? It's because I want to talk to you about something.
ここなら誰も来ないと思うし、
I don't think anyone will come by here.
落ち着いたところで話がしたかったの。
I wanted to talk to you somewhere quiet. I can't say exactly agree with her idea that no one will come here. Effie might come by. After all, she was probably the one who tied me up to the pillar here. But I keep silent. If she's gonna come, I welcome it. If anything, that's more convenient for me. Alright then, let's get down to it. Tell me what you wanted to say.
その前にまずはお礼を言っておかなくちゃね。
Before that, I need to thank you for something. What, for saving you from that research facility?
それもあるけど、
Well, that too, but
記憶喪失のこと、
I was talking about my amnesia.
治ったの。
It's gone. It's gone.
うん。今までのこと、何もかも全部思い出したんだよ。
That's right. I remember everything now.
多分、小次郎が打ってくれた薬が効いたんだと思う。
I think it's because of that medicine you gave me.
だから、ありがとう。
So thanks. I can't just congratulate her. Exactly what happened in Noi's past? As long as I don't know that, I have to choose my words carefully. So,
分かったことがいくつかあるの。
there's several things I understand now. Let's go through them one by one then.
聞きたい。
You want to hear them? Yeah.
どうしても。
No matter what? Hey, why are you asking me that? You're the one who said you want to talk to me about something, right?
いいから答えて。
Just answer me.
本当のことが聞きたい？真実が知りたい？
You want to know the truth? Do you want to hear it for yourself? Yeah. Hold on a second. I reluctantly nod.
分かった。じゃあ教えてあげる。
Alright, then I'll tell you.
でもその代わり、一つだけ条件があるの。
On one condition. What's that?
あの薬、まだ持ってるでしょ？
You still have that medicine, right?
アンタゴなんとかっていうやつ。記憶を取り戻す薬。
That Antigo whatever thing that gives you back your memories. Yeah, I do. What about it, though?
じゃあ、それを打って。
Inject it. Into who? You've already remembered everything, right?
私に打つんじゃないの。
Not me.
小次郎自身に打ってもらいたいの。
Why don't you inject yourself with it? Huh? Why would I need to inject myself the antagonist?
いいから、つべこべ言わないで打ってよ。
Quit your bitching and do it already.
それが条件。
Those are my conditions.
この条件が飲めない限り、何も教えるわけにはいかない。
I can't tell you anything unless you agree. Alright, fine, I'll inject myself. That'll satisfy you, right? Shishido did say there were no side effects. So I don't think I need to be... I don't think I need to... sorry. Let me try that again. So there's nothing to get stubborn over when it comes to rejecting it. I take the syringes and ampules out of my jacket pocket. I load up quickly. And then inject into a vein. I don't have any disinfectant or anything, but I don't mind. Hold on a second. I put it back, and then oh, sorry, I kind of like missed a step earlier. I said he used his sleeve to like tie up his arm in order to expose the vein. Does not help with the disinfecting part though. Anyway, I put my sleeve back down. What's the meaning of all this?
遅くても4時間後にはわかると思う。
You should understand 4 hours at the latest. So what you're saying is I've also been injected with Vectamide?
多分ね。
Probably. Probably.
だって覚えてないんでしょ、去年のこと。
Well, I mean, you don't remember last year, do you? Last year?
ほらね。
See? Exactly. Wait a second. Did something happen last year?
今は何を言っても無駄だと思う。
I don't think there'd be any point in telling you right now.
きっと信じてもらえないよ。
I'm sure you wouldn't believe me.
とにかく4時間待って。
Just wait 4 hours.
そうすれば全部思い出すはずだから。
You should remember everything by then. I checked my watch. The current time is 5:37 p.m. Meaning that the medicine's effect should take effect by not around 9:30. All right, whatever. Anyway, I did what you said. So now it's your turn to tell me. Noi slowly nods and begins talking.
さっきも言ったけど、私の名前はノイじゃないの。
First thing, let's start with my name. Like I said earlier, my name isn't Noi.
アルト。それが本当の私の名前。
Alt. That's my real name. What do you mean?
私、記憶喪失になってたでしょ。
I told you about how I had amnesia, right?
もちろん、自分の名前も思い出せなかった。
So I forgot my own name too, of course.
教えてくれたのは小次郎で。
You're the one who told me and gave me that name.
だけど、ノイっていう名前を聞いても、全然実感が湧かなくて。
But even when I heard the name Noi, it didn't feel right to me.
ほら、手のひらに名前書いてくれた時、私こう言ったでしょ。
Remember what I said back when you wrote that name on my palm?
これ、私の名前じゃないって。
I said that wasn't my name.
そりゃそうだよ。
It only makes sense now.
だって私の名前はアルトだったんだもん。
Because my name was Alt. Sorry, I don't follow at all.
これ以上簡単には説明のしようがないよ。
I don't have any simpler way of explaining it.
私はアルト。
I'm Alt.
今までもずっとそうだったし、これからもそう。
Always have been and always will. And what about your sister?
だから私が妹なの。
Sorry, what about your younger sister? I'm saying I am the younger sister.
お姉ちゃんの名前がノイ。
My older sister's name is Noi. I see. I finally get it. You're that alt personality I met back at the hotel, aren't you? When the one that was using a different hairstyle?
もうちっとも分かってないじゃない。
Geez, you don't get it at all.
確かにそう、それはそう。
I mean, you're right about that.
ホテルで会ったのも私、アルト。
The one you met at the hotel was also me, Alt.
でもそれまでずっと小次郎と一緒にいたのも私だったの。
But the me who was with you up until then was also me.
わかる？このワンピースを着た私も私だったってこと。
You understand? The me who was wearing this dress was also me. Hold on a second. Didn't you change clothes and hairstyles every time you changed personalities?
服装とか髪型のことは今は関係ないの。
The clothes and the hairstyle don't matter right now.
見た目に惑わされないで人格だけを考えて。
Don't be deceived by appearances. Just think about about it in terms of personality.
例えばこういうこと。
Like, for example, let's go with this.
花火大会の前に会った時、私髪湯わいてまとめてたでしょ。
When we met up before the fireworks festival, my hair was all tied up, right?
ミニスカートとニーソックスを履いて、背中にはリュックを背負ってた。
I had a mini skirt and knee socks on, and I was wearing a backpack.
でもあの時の私も私だった。
But the me back then was also me.
あの時小次郎はすぐ私だってことに気づいてくれたじゃない。
I mean, even you realized that was me back then, didn't you? Right away back then, didn't you? Yeah,
それと同じこと。
it's the same thing.
外見は関係ないの。
What's on the outside doesn't matter. Huh?
これだけ説明してもまだわからないわけ？
You still don't get it even after all that?
ったくどう臭いんだから。
Ugh, you're so thick. Hey, that was uncalled for.
じゃあこう言えばわかる？
Fine, what if I put it like this?
小次郎は今まで一度もお姉ちゃんの人格に会ったことはないの。
You've never met my older sister's personality once up until now.
場所がホテルだろうが倉庫街だろうがどこでも同じ。
It was the same no matter where you went. Be it the hotel, the warehouse district, anywhere.
私がどんな格好をしてたとしても同じ。
No matter what I was wearing, I was the same.
今まで小次郎が会ったり話したりしてきた相手はみんな私だったってこと。
The person you talked to up until now was always me.
どう？分かってくれた？
Well, do you get it now? I see, I'm starting to get it. So basically, it's like this, right? The one who asked me to find her memories was you, and the one I met at the hotel was also you. And the one who talked to me about gyoza at that fountain during the blackout was also your personality.
そういうこと。
That's right. But your name wasn't Noi, but actually Alt instead.
やっと分かってくれたみたいだね。
Looks like you finally get it.
じゃあここで一つだけ訂正しておくね。
Alright then, let me... Sorry, Let me correct myself on one thing. Correct yourself?
私小次郎は今まで一度もお姉ちゃんの人格に会ったことはないって言ったけど、これは嘘。
I told you that you never met my sister's personality up until now, but that was a lie.
本当は一度だけお姉ちゃんに会ってるの。
You actually have met her. Just once, though. Why would you lie like that, then?
一度を除いてとか前置きをつけると混乱すると思ったから。
Because I thought if I told you that part, it'd only make you more confused.
みんな私だったって言った方が理解しやすいでしょ。
It's easy to understand if I said that they were all me, right? So when was this one time?
それは私が教えるようなことじゃないよ。
It's not something I can tell you.
お姉ちゃんに対して失礼だから。
It'd be rude to my sister.
よーく思い出してみて。
Think about it carefully, will you?
そうすればきっとわかるはず。
Do that and I'm sure you'll understand.
私が私じゃなかった時、アルトじゃなかった時が。
The time when I wasn't me, the time when I wasn't Alt.
とにかくそういうこと。
That's how it is.
くどいようだけど私の名前はアルト。キゼキアルト。
So long story short, my name is Alt. Alt Kizeki.
お姉ちゃんの名前の方がキゼキノイだったんだ。
My sister's the one named Noi Kizeki. Hey, can I ask you something?
何？
What is it? It seems that Hojo also met with Alt several times when I didn't know about it. Were those also you?
マリナさんと会ってた時は別。
No, it was a different story when talking to Marina.
その時々によって私だったりお姉ちゃんだったり。
Sometimes it was me, sometimes it was my sister.
基本的には
マリナさんを誘導しようとしてたのがお姉ちゃんで、それを阻止しようとしてたのが私。
Generally, the one who tried to lead Marina on was my sister, and the one who tried to stop that from happening was me. Lead on? Stop?
私はママたちが考えた計画をどうしても止めたかったの。
I wanted to stop the plan my mom and the others came up with.
でもそのためにはまずお姉ちゃんの動きを封じなくちゃいけなくて、
But in order to do that, I had to keep my sister from moving freely.
だから研究所から持ち出したベクタマイドを自分に。
So I stole Vectamide from the lab and injected it into myself. You injected yourself? Yeah.
小次郎のところに行ったのもそう。
And the same when I went to your place.
私一人じゃどうすることもできないって分かってたから。
I went there because I knew that I couldn't do anything on my own.
だから小次郎に助けてもらおうと思って。
So I thought I'd go seek your help. Damn it, still not making any sense to me. Even though she's told me so much, still a lot I don't really get. No, Alt is... It seems Alt is trying to tell me the truth. Hold on a second. Some is trying to tell me the truth, but the structure of her story is incoherent. All I'm hearing from her is one mystery after another in my ears. What's more, I still don't fully understand what it means when she says she's Alt. It's just not adding up to me. It doesn't sit right. It's like I have something stabbed in my head that I can't get out. I can't help but feel, it makes me feel extremely, awkward. Hey, Alt, it's Alt, right? Yeah. I'd like to ask for some more details.
そうかもね。
Yeah, that might help. First, I want to confirm something important with you. But just I'm saying that.
待って。
Wait. Alt suddenly raised her hand and stops me. She's staring off into space, as if she seems trying to sense for someone else. What is it?
黙って。
Shh, be quiet.
聞こえない？
Can you not hear it? Hear what?
車の音。
It's a car. I focus my nerves into my hearing. Strain my ears. She's right. I can hear a car engine. I recognize that sound. It's very similar to the sound of the car Hatsumi was driving. Sound is staying right in place. Now you're getting closer or going farther away. I search for the source of the sound. It seems to be coming from around the front gate at the end of the hallway. Is it Hatsumi? Hold on a second. I'm gonna go take a look.
わかった。
Okay, got it. I walk carefully so as not to make any noise. I hide behind a tree and take a look. There's a car parked on the inside the schoolyard. It's the same car that Hatsumi was driving. Before long, the sound of the engine stops. The driver's door opens and a woman gets out. It's Effie. I thought she'd come here. Doesn't seem there's anyone else in the car. Effie's the only one who went out. Did she come to check up on the infirmary? Maybe she still thinks I'm tied to that pillar. However, my expectations are betrayed. Effie's heading not for the main school building, but rather the gym instead. The gym is over to the west of the schoolyard. There's a gate right at the front entrance to the schoolyard. Sorry, to the gym. Effie goes through it. No, Effie stops right in front of it, takes a small look around, and then heads into the gym. Why is Effie going to the gym? She's acting fishy. I can't just ignore her. I run over to the gym. At least I try to, but then something comes to mind right before that. Oh right, I have to get Noi. No, I mean Alt. I can't just leave her alone. I run back to the infirmary. Alt, we'll have to put this talk on hold for now. Come with me.
どうしたのいきなり。
What's gotten into you?
そんなこと突然言われても。
What am I supposed to say to that?
私にだっていろいろと心の準備ってものが必要なわけで。
You know, I need a little time. I'm not sure I'm ready for this yet, you know? Just need a little bit of time
う
first.
ん、別にダメとか言ってるわけじゃなくて。
Oh, wait, but I'm not saying I'd be against or anything. Don't get me wrong.
断るとかそういうことじゃなくて。
I'm not saying I turned you down. Huh? What the hell are you talking about?
だからその。
Well, look, just come with me. Perhaps because of the sunset, Alt's cheeks are dyed red the moment I say that. Alt stands completely frozen, not moving an inch. Hey, what are you doing? Let's go. I grab Alt's arm and drag her over towards the schoolyard. Right after I get out there, I see someone else pass by my line of sight. I frantically stop and hide myself. Keep holding onto Alt's arm as I dive into a bush. Who is it this time? I peek out from behind the bush. The person is none other than Hojo! Her name passed out my lips. Alt whispers next to me.
マリナさんだね。
That's Marina, isn't it?
島に来てるっていうのは知ってたけど、どうしてこんなところに？
I knew she'd come to the island, but what's she doing here? Beats me. Hojo walks from the gate over to the gym. She passes by the car. Before long, disappears into the gym. Anyway, let's get a closer look. Yeah. All night swiftly cut across the schoolyard and cling to the wall of the gym. The gym has several metal walls built into it. Several metal doors built into its walls. All of them are however, all of them are locked up with chains, leaving them unable to be opened. The windows are boarded up with thick planks of wood. Alden and I managed to look inside through the gap between two of them. It's dim inside the gym. The only light there is what little light is still streaming over the hill. So even that's enough for me to get a grasp on the situation. There's a chair in the center of the room. Hojo's sitting on it. Hojo's facing forward towards the stage. It seems she's talking to Effie. I can clearly hear the two of them. The two of them sound calm. I can't even hear a hint of emotion from either of them. I strain my ears to listen to their conversation. Okay, so as you can see from the bottom right-hand corner, we have reached another roadblock in Kojiro's story, and we will have to continue on to Marina's story next time, so we'll be ending the stream here, since it's pretty close to what a normal stream length would be like, so I'm just going to call it here for today. Thank you for joining me. We'll be coming back at the same time tomorrow. In order to continue this, we'll be going on back to Marina's side then. So until next time, I'll see you all later.